Welcome back to Ferocious Education, this is Ed. Today, we're going to be talking about ZIM as listed on the stock market. Now, today, we're going to go towards due diligence, technical analysis, and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So ZIM. But first off, we can just go ahead and read a small paragraph that they do have on their website. So the overview here is that they were launched in 1945. ZIM became a pioneer in contractor shipping in the air or container shipping in early 1970s and has established itself as a leading global asset light container and liner shipping company. We provide customers with innovative seaborne transportation and logistics services, covering the world's major trade routes and focusing on select markets where we have competitive advantage and are able to maximize our market position. ZIM's unique strategy as a digital-oriented asset-light global niche carrier offers distinctive advantage, allowing the company to provide innovative and premium customer-centric services while maximizing the profitability. Throughout this focused strategy, enhanced digital tools and a reputation as a top industry performer with high schedule reliability and service quality, ZIM is positioned to continue to expand its leadership and achieve best-in-class margins. So that's a quick overview there. Let's go on towards their presentation to understand a little bit more. So first off, record quarter result on quarter 2 2021 and on the first half of 2021. So revenues of $2.4 billion and a net profit of $888 million, which exceeds the 2020 results. Operating cash flow of around $1.181 million. Their adjusted EBITDA and EBIT margins are respectively 56% and 49%. Shareholders' equity is in excess of $1.7 billion. Some major milestones include a second strategic long-term chartering agreement with Seaspan for 10 7,000 TEU LNG fueling cells. Now, we're going to talk about this more because there's an extension to that, and it raises 2021 full year guidance and full redemption of 349 million principal amount of Series 1 and 2 notes. Now, in terms of consistent earning growth and continued deleveraging, you're able to see that to be quarter per quarter true since the quarter 1 2019 date. Currently, they're only at 0.3% leveraging, and that is something that is quite well compared to 5.3 previously announced for quarter 1 2019. Now, strong execution across all strategic pillars: operations agility, commercial agility, and operational excellence and digital innovation, as well as improvement in key operations and financial indicators. For instance, the total debt went from anywhere, this is by the way from quarter 2 2021 to quarter 4 2020. So you're able to see the carrier volume right now is from 921 to 641, so that's 44%. Freight rate is 2.341 compared to 1.071 thousand TEU, which is 119%. And revenues has more than doubled, so it's $2.382 billion compared to $795 million. So that's more than 200, or actually 200% exactly. And you're able to see here their total debt did increase from 1.862 billion to 2.371 billion. Although their cash equivalents have more than doubled, it's around 1.58 billion compared to 626 before. Their net debt currently though is 783 million compared to 1.236 billion, and the net leveraging ratio is 0.3 compared to 1.2 previously. Now, we can go ahead into some previous quarters and everything in between, but I do want to take a look into a couple of things before. Their dividends. Currently, they have a $2 per share dividend, which is to be distributed on September 2021 on top of the 2021 dividend. So this is a special dividend on there. And this one here is to reconfirm dividend policies. Currently, management's recommendation is to distribute the annual dividend of 30 to 50% of net profits of 2021 and 2022. And you're able to see as well that they're really trying to position themselves in this kind of place where they're able to give massive dividends. Currently, the stock share is around 50.82 per share at a market cap of around $5.67 billion. The current price over book is not bad. It's only 3.41. If you're to compare it with the SP 500, the current price over book of the SP 500 is 482. So it's actually at a discount there. Price over sales is 0.87, and you're able to see that the price over sales for the SP 500 is 3.24. So it's very interesting to see this company performing at this level, as you get to see it might be actually in discount with SP 500, even though this is just one industry compared to a collection of 500 companies. Now, on other news, we do have this February 2021 share letters to shareholder, and I do find it intriguing. If you have time to read, you can pause the screen and go ahead and read it. But basically, it does talk about their story all the way from 2017 to 2020 and what happened and the full speed ahead and the Alibaba partnership and Startup in Nation and everything in between. It's quite an interesting read, just kind of gives you a bit of a history, but if I do go ahead and read it, it will probably be another 10-minute video long. But anyway, we're going on towards some of the most important things for us. For instance, on the 1st of September 2021, which is yesterday, ZIM announces exercise of options to charter additional 5 7,000 TEU LNG fueled vessels. On top of that, this is on top of the 10 7,000 TEU LNG fuel vessels. So you might ask, how are you going to pay for that? This is options for ZIM, which is exercised and will result currently in $750 million for that 5 7,000 TEUs. Previously as well, it was the long-term agreement for 10 15,000 TEU LNG vessels. So that's in additional to the 7,000 TEU, the 10 of those. Now, in addition, we're able to see some of the quarter results for 2021. I mean, there's nothing here we haven't really gone over, so we're going to skip that. And ZIM and Alibaba announces the extension of their commercial cooperations until 2023. And they previously announced a second offering back on the 4th of June 2021 at $40 per share. Currently, it is, I believe, above $50, so that's still at a premium. Now, before moving on forward, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and leave notifications on. Don't forget to drop a like to this video, and if you enjoyed this video and you want to talk to us a bit more, you can find our Discord totally free in the description below. Now, on other things here, institutional buyers still remain very bullish. They've been adding the stock quite a bit in the month of August, thousands and thousands of shares. In terms of shares interest or short shares interest, currently there's around 2.9 million shares available to short selling, current percent of 5.56, and the short interest is quite low. It's around 18 to 20% on any given day, so that's really nothing to worry about. And let's move on towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis point of view, taking a look into the 1 month 1 day, you're able to see all moving averages are pinpointing upwards, which is a very bullish look for this one. 10 SMA is currently above 30 MA, so that's very bullish, and there's a trading action zone where most positive reversals occur right underneath it between the 48.27 and 45.13. The current 50 SMA line is at 42.82, above that it's bullish, below that it's bearish, so currently it's sitting on bullish. And the current average directional index is showing more of a direction at 24.53, which shows that this is apparently starting up to be even a stronger trend. It's currently a trend, but not a strong trend, and it's currently phasing in towards a strong trend kind of part. Above 25, it's a strong trend. Willing percent R shows this one is closer to overbought than oversold, and this is similar to the relative strength index, and it really just showcases that there's a lot more interest in buying than selling in general, which is a bullish thing in my opinion. In terms of the MACD, this one here is attempting a negative reversal in the next day or a couple of days or so, but it appears to be stabilizing and most likely is going to bounce. As you get to see with this green candle, it did resist a negative reversal already, and it might actually continue with this, and I'll talk about this in a second. But in terms of momentum, it's very bullish. In terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are kind of curving a little bit upwards, suggesting there might be another leg up for this one. And the moving average bands, as you get to see, there have been always kind of going upwards. This one is expected to trade at 50.58 on the top and 41.38 in the bottom. And it's currently changing every day as it goes upwards. And on the Fibonacci retracements, and the reason why I'm highlighting this one is because high frequency traders and institutional buyers use it, we're able to see that the current drop or the current resistance is at 52.85, and we're going to go all the way down to 11.34, and we're able to see that the current resistance is support is 43.97, $37, 32.11, 27.22, and around 21.16. And if we go ahead with price line actions, we're able to see that the current resistance really sits at around 1590 and above there around 5285. And in the supports, it seems 4980 is the current support, around 4844, and then 4753, going downwards to around 4643, and then downwards to around $45, and then 43.19, and then going down to 41.17, 39.94, and you get to see the point 38.91, and then downwards to around 36.89, and then downwards to 33.72, and then downwards to 31.38, and down to 28.40. And then if we're able to take a look into this trend that's been forming, and we can take a look even on this minor trend right over here, we're able to see for the major part, it's a very bullish trend. It's a channel that has actually been growing quite upwards on a really nice phase. Now, previously, there was also another trend, I would say somewhere looking into this right here, which appears to have broken a couple of times here and there. But in generally, it has experienced a really good uptrend for the longest part. It did have a downtrend kind of from around 23rd of June all the way to 23rd of July, and it broke that, and it's back towards a bullish trend. But it does appear that it's back on track onto a bullish upward trend. Now, currently, in terms of analyst consensus, we're able to see that the average price target is around 64.67. That's a 27.25% upside, with a moderate buy rating that's 2 buy, 1 hold, and 0 sell. The last one was reiterated around 10 days ago with a price action or price target of $10. It's a hold. This person's success rate, though, is 43%, with an average return of -4%. This person 14 days ago gave it a buy. Price target of $74. This person's success rate is 53% with an average return of -7. This person here gave it 16 days ago, 70, set a buy, and this person's success rate is 52% with an average return of 21%. Comes to the question, Ed, what do you think about this one? Well, it's definitely one of these stocks that, first off, when you take a look into $50 per share, you're thinking, I'm not exactly sure. But once you see the market cap is only in the lower billions, you understand that this one is a little bit of a psychologically played one, because you have a lot of shares that are trading at 1, or a lot of companies that are trading at $5 but have billions in market share, and it's just basically that formula. Market cap is equal to the number of shares multiplied by the stock price, and it's equal to how much the market itself values that company. And I do think that this one is definitely a hold for me, because it's a very strong uptrend, and it looks like they got their stuff together. PR is still very active, and there's a massive uptrend. It's really hard to say when to sell this one. I mean, there is some price targets around $70 on the to 74 in the highest, but the current average price target is 64.67. You can stick with that, but I do think that this one is a really nice uptrend to keep in your portfolio. It really depends on what your strategy was. Are you just trying to get some small profits, or you trying to stick it in for the longer game? But it's definitely a really interesting game, going all the way from 1134 back in early February all the way to 5285. It's one of the kind of nicer returns I've seen in the market for a while, and it's definitely intriguing for me. What do you think about this sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.